Those of you that have been with me long enough have seen this video before, no doubt, because I posted it, I don't know, a couple of years back or whatever. And but some of you haven't, and I think it's really important that people see this. Now, first you have to understand that I started riding my first mini bike when I was 8. And I've been riding mini bikes, dirt bikes, enduros, street bikes ever since that time. And I'm a long distance rider. I put a lot of miles on bikes. I love to ride. And this is the first time in all those years and all those miles that anything like this has ever happened to me before. So I want you to watch this and realize what can happen. And when it does, you need to be prepared for what to do next. Because in all those years, I'd never dreamed anything like that had happened. I had fuses that blew, but not at night while I'm riding out in the country on my way home, where you can't, see anything when the lights go out. So, watch this and tell me what you think. I slowed this video way down so you could see what happens here. You can tell I'm going through a little bit of a bend in the road, real slight curve. My headlight's on, there's a truck coming with his high beams on. Now watch my headlight on the right side there. Poof, out went my lights. Never had that happen before. He finally turned his off of bright, but I was still going through a slight bend. So obviously panic set in and I started saying words that I shouldn't. That's why I muted the sound and I'm doing an overdub. But you can see him going in my rear view mirror to the left of the bottom left. He just kept on going and going and going, which led me to know for a fact that he's not a local boy, because if he was from here, we would turn around and help each other, and he just kept on going. You can see the blackness of the screen. That's exactly what I was seeing. Boom, out went the lights, including brake light, any tail light, everything was just out except for the one on my dash, which, not, what I mean, for the speedometer cluster. And the road in front of me, pitch black. The road behind me, pitch black. My heart started beating really fast because I'm thinking if somebody else comes screaming down that road, they may not see me until it's too late, and boom, that could have been really serious. There's also a lot of really sharp curves here in Tennessee. Now, that road, that bend that I was on, that wasn't a very severe bend. I still had to stay focused and keep a little bit of a lean and until I was stopped. But then you can see here I got out my cell phone after I stopped, and what little bit of light I could get, I could barely see the road. So I had to kind of like throttle walk it really slow and try and stay on the road. And I had to do this for about a mile until I could find a driveway for a farmer, for a farmhouse. And it dropped, when I finally saw a spot where I could pull off to get off the road to replace the fuse, it dropped down almost, roughly 3 inches onto a gravel driveway. And I almost dropped the bike getting off the road. And yeah, that was pretty scary. I'm glad I had a backup fuse, but it was scary. And then when I stopped in the driveway, I could hear a dog barking, and I half expected either the farmer to turn his dog loose on me or come out with a gun, because this is Tennessee and most of us carry a gun, and that or a deputy to pull up. But I replaced the fuse, which was hard to do, holding my cell phone flashlight in one hand and trying to work with the other. It was fun. But I ended up getting everything replaced, got the fuse on there, fired up the bike, the headlight came back on, of course, and I got up over that lip, which was, a real fun thing to do. Back tire was sliding on the gravel driveway because of the angle I was at, but I got up over the lip, got on the road, and got back home. Now, all this took a lot longer than it's edited down to, but when I got home, I pulled the fuse and made the headlight and tail lights turn off again, and then turned on my signal to see if the turn signal worked. And it did. So now I know if that ever, in an unbelievably remote chance, ever happens to me again, I know that if I have no tail lights and no headlights, I can turn on my signal and I'll have some kind of light. That's better than no light at all. And Yeah, I tell you, this whole thing, I mean, that car that I slowed, or with the truck coming, I slowed that way down so you could see it, but it happened so fast, my eyes didn't have time to adjust. It was boom, out went the lights, bam, now it's pitch black. I can't see a thing. You want to talk about something scary. But anyway, I made it back.
Well, there you have it. That's what can happen. So what I would strongly recommend is get your bike running, and then find the fuse that does your headlight, and then just pull that fuse while the bike's running and see what happens. If your marker lights, your runner lights stay on, or your fog lights stay on, or your tail light stays on, well, then you're doing pretty good. But if all that stuff goes out, you turn on your turn signal. Does that come on, and will that still work, or does that not work either anymore? So you really need to know what's going to happen if that fuse ever blows. Because with me, I didn't think until after I calmed down. My heart was racing. I didn't think until afterwards to turn my turn signal on. I mean, I was focusing on not dying and bringing the bike to a safe stop in just a little bit of a sweeper turn, If that would have been a hairpin turn, that could have been dangerous really fast. Because you're used to it, and then all of a sudden you got a light coming at you, high beams, and that truck was pretty bright. That could have been bad. So start your bike, let it run, pull the fuse for the headlights, see what kind of lights you have, if any. If you don't have any lights where people can see you, turn on your turn signal, see if that'll still work. It'll give you something so that people can at least see you to some degree. But I hope you got something out of that, and if it saves one person's life, it was worth reposting it. So remember to live your lives with the heart of a Viking warrior. Bye for now.